We're flying to Philadelphia!
Oh, hell no!
That's the
hell no! Whoa!
That was my first reaction when I saw Scraptrap. Oh my goodness. How do you go from such a perfect design of Springtrap, just so beautiful and elegant, then to this piece of garbage Jimmy Neutron looking, me at 2 a.m. looking? Like, what were we doing here, Scott? But then I thought about it. Scott puts a lot of effort into his designs, I think. I mean, I'm not even sure if I believe that after seeing Scraptrap, but he never does something for no reason. So I think Scraptrap looking like an ugly piece of garbage might actually mean something. So that's why in this video I'll be explaining why Scraptrap looks like that. But before we get started, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I've really been trying to get 2,000 subs lately. Please. Okay, so first we gotta compare the two. When we look at Springtrap's beautiful design, we can see that there is a very minimal amount of flesh in there. Like, you can see how it's kind of more like wrapped around the endoskeleton. And, you know, it really doesn't look that fleshy. Like, I'm gonna put up some pictures of what they look like without the suits. But then when we look at Scraptrap, it looks like a literal just corpse in there with the costume on. So it's really weird how they're different, right? Plus their heads are just disgusting. But that's not the point. The point is that they're different. It's almost like they're two different people. I mean, like, it also explains the differences in their suits, you know? Springtrap doesn't have any toes, any feet on there. He has little metal blocks. But when we look at Scraptrap, he has the 3 toes like every other animatronic in the franchise. And in the time of me preparing to make this video, I would really like this theory, but I didn't really have evidence for how William would have became a different person overnight. And I was stumped, so I started playing through all the FNAF games again, specifically all the mini games again, since those usually have a lot of like lore to help me out. FNAF 1 doesn't have mini games. FNAF 2, none of them really applied. It was more just puppet reviving kids. FNAF 3 I thought would help, but it really did not. There was quite literally nothing. FNAF 4, there's nothing really, just Fredbear's Family Diner, guy getting put into a spring bunny suit. FNAF 5, wait. Hold up, FNAF 4? Guy getting put into a spring bunny suit? Well, you don't say. And when the crying child gets locked into the spare parts room, there is one mask there that looks very, very similar to Scraptrap's. I don't care that it's 8-bit. Look at like its face structure, look at the eyes, look at the ears. It just matches up all too well. But then again, how would William become this person? Or was this person William the entire time? No. That's obviously wrong. There's literally nothing to help me out here. Or so I thought. Because when I was playing through the FNAF games again, I did notice how Phone Guy says that there were multiple spring lock incidents. Like, which is the instance of, like, you know, spring lock failing, clamping shut, you're dead. And I was just thinking, if William got spring locked, he only came back to life because the kids and all the remnant he had. Which means that if that person that was put in that Scraptrap costume died, his corpse would still be there, since that's a completely different person to William. Which means that there would have been another body for William to become. And we know that animatronics and souls can switch who they're possessing, as we've seen in the FNAF movie where the puppet starts possessing people, the missing children's incident where the children's spirits were put into the animatronics, and an instance in the book with Andrew. Andrew is from the book The Man in Room 1280, I believe is what it's called. And I know I said I don't like referring to the books, and I still don't. It's the only way I can prove my point. So basically, Andrew is a vengeful spirit, and he is not going to find to any animatronic, anything. But he's just a vengeful spirit, so he can choose which objects he can switch to possessing, and he does like biological matter, physical matter sometimes. So I believe that William Afton could be able to do that. I believe that if there was another body and his body was beyond repair, but the souls of the vengeful children were keeping him alive, I believe that he would switch to the other spring-locked body. This theory also explains why not only he looks different, but he actually talks in FNAF 6. In FNAF 3, he doesn't talk, probably because the spring locks were too impactful on his body that it left him unable to talk. But then in FNAF 6, that body looks slightly less destroyed, and it is able to talk and bring out words like "I always come back." And well, guys, I would add more to this, but there's really not too much else to say. This is one of my weaker theories. It probably is wrong because God does kind of change up designs of characters. So, since this is the end, please like, subscribe, and if you disagreed with my theory at all, or if you want to add anything, please comment. I love to listen to it. I might even make another video about why I am wrong. And yeah, have a good day.